Yes.
Good evening, everyone. This is Professor Akash Gawade from Rajmata Jaw Shikshan Prasarak Mandals, Institute of Computer and Management Research at MBA Department. Today, we are going to discuss the subject Service Operation Management 2, having subject code 305 OSCM. In this subject, we are going to discuss the chapter number 1, Service Strategy, having part number 1. In this chapter, we are going to discuss some key points. The first one is vision and vision statement. Next, strategic vision and competitive environment. Competitive business strategies. Next, how to create a competitive environment. Next, advantage and disadvantages of economic competition. Next, step 2, attracting customers away from competitors. And the last point is qualifiers, service winners and service losers. Let's discuss the one by one, starting from the vision. Okay, we'll discuss what is the vision and why the vision is so important. A vision describes the desired future position of a company. Every vision starts with visionary leader who is able to create mental and verbal pictures of desirable future states. It's also important for visionary leaders to share their visions with their partners, including customers, suppliers, and employees. The board of directors needs to understand the importance of taking sufficient time to define the mission, vision, and value statement. The vision statement is the basis of everything else they do. Employees look to the vision statement for long-term directions. Corporations exist to make a profit and work in the best interest of their shareholders. Beyond that, many companies are interested in many other things as well. A long-term approach to business means that the company desires to serve like-minded customers. A vision statement caters to the characteristics and the lifestyles of the customers they serve as well as the market conditions. Writing a vision statement is the part of the strategic planning processes. It takes planning times and considerations. It's important for the board of directors to give the process of writing their vision statement the adequate time because it's critical steps in building a business. In simple terms, a vision statement is a written document that describes where the organization is going on. A vision statement can short or long. That means there is some short vision of your the organization, the long vision of your organization, and the middle vision of your the organization. Okay. That means if your the organization is a manufacturing sectors and you are going to manufacture the particular part of the car, then at every day the production planning department will give you the particular target for the completion and the fulfilling the demand of the customer. That is the short term goal of your the organization. Long term is how much where the organization is going on after the completion of the 5 years, 10 years. Okay, this is the long term goal of your the organization. Okay, this is the vision. You should be proud to share your vision statement broadly on your website, on your internet, on your invoices and other documents, and in other premises places. Some corporations have their vision statement placed on the company's vehicles and the walls of the officers. The risk of not writing a clear vision, it means that there is a failure of your organization's goals. That means the clear vision of the organization must be needed. Okay. It may be short term, long term, or the middle term. Okay, whatever it is the vision. Okay, the vision statement must be clear. Next, why is a vision statement so important? A vision statement is not just an exercise. It defines the core reason for a company existence and make work more meaningful. A vision statement usually step to attract and engage passionate, like-minded employees. Companies can more easily build an appropriate organization culture around the vision statement and work towards strengthening the culture. For examples of a good corporate vision statements, the first one is it's short, sweet, catchy, and has a nice ring to it. This is your the good corporate vision statement. It must be sweet and has a nice ring to it. A good corporate vision statement are to make a people happy, in short, and the point, and it details nicely with the tagline like the happiest place on the earth. Next, to be the company that best understand and satisfy the product, services, and self-fulfillment of women globally based on the qualities that women appreciate. Just wait for a few seconds. There is a background noise.
So your voice is not clear.
Just wait. The background noise is coming. I will start this. There is some ceremony there, that's why. Sorry for the disturbance. Yes. What we discussed, why is a vision statement so important? To give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected. An accurate statement that applies globally. To give the customer a wide assortments of their favorite products, every day low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, and friendly services. Okay, convenience all. Okay, in IT sectors, there are frequent working hours is there. That means you have to make a in and out at every time. Okay, there is some facilities are given in some of the organization. There is a flexible time hours is there. The next one is strategic vision. The strategic vision provides an overview of where you want to be at in a specific time in the future, based on your the long-term and the short-term vision. Rahul, please unmute your mic. Strategic vision. Okay, where is your the organizations after the 5 years, 10 years? Okay, this is your the long term vision also and the short term vision also. Okay, based on that, that means if you have decided your the long term vision of your organizations and the short term vision of your organization, that means you must have to achieve this is your the strategic vision of your organizations. It helps to provide a principle for all the details contained in a later sections. The vision should also support the strategies and agenda of the target audience. The strategic vision can be shorter or a long term, depending on the type and the duration of the project being proposed. The strategic vision should present the ideal and a particular outcome based on your performance. What's the strategic vision for your organization services? Okay, there are some of the key elements of your the strategic vision. The first one is your the mission. Let's see the one by one. The first one is your the vision. This defines why you exist as an organization. Specifically, it tells other, not just those in the organizations, why you exist. Ideally, it describes some noble purposes that are both inspirational and aspirational so that it instills pride in all those connected with the organization. The next one is your the guiding principle. Guiding principle also called as organizational attributes. They describe how you expect people to behave with each other and with other stakeholders group. Guiding principle broadly define which types of behavior are acceptable and which behavior will not be tolerated in particular way. They describe how you will be behave when faced with a difficult situation. Depending on the situation, you know that the behavior of the people will be changes. Okay, the behavior of the people will be different in morning session, afternoon session, evening session, and a night mood. Okay, as per the situation, as per their mood, and as per the environment. Okay, the mentality of the employee will be changes. Okay, that means you must have your the organizations of the vision must be such that okay, it will consider all the moods of your the employees. Okay, depending on the environmental changes will also be considered. The next one is your the value propositions that extend the value you provide to your organization, different stakeholders group, both internal and external. For example, why do customer buy from you? Okay, why the customer buy a particular product from your organizations? If your organizations is making a car, okay, that which kind of features of your car, okay, why the customer are going to buy your the car. Okay, depending on the feature, you must have to visualize that. Okay, you must have to mention that. Okay, this type of features we are going to be manufacturing. This is the vision of our organization. Next one is destination points. Okay, it means let's identify where your organizations want to go within a specific time frame. This is perhaps the most critical element in the whole processes, because the more dearly you define your desired end state, the greater your chance of getting there. Okay, that means the organization must define the short-term goal, long-term goal. Okay, for the organization, and the organizations must have to mention the target to achieve the particular vision and goal of your organization in a particular or specific period of your time. Only that after, okay, if your organization decided to achieve the particular target within the particular time period, okay, that means you have to compare, okay, what we have goal for the particular achievement of your target in particular time, okay, and what you have achieved. That means this is your the actual performance and the targeted performance. You have must have to compare it. Okay, after comparing you have to conclude that, okay, you have already achieved the particular target or not achieved your target. Okay, if you have not achieved your particular target, okay, that means you have to must have to analyze, okay, why, which kind of problems are coming out. Then the next one is areas of focus strategies. Okay, it defined in a broad sense how the organizations will get to where it want to go. There are the 3 to 5 areas everyone should be focused on to get to the destination points. What cuts across several destination points? Where should the majority of energy be focused? What must everyone keep in mind as they make investment in people and other resources? And what guides you on what to do and not to do are core questions of the answer. Okay, that means after defining your the organization strategic goal, you must have to sort out that, okay, this strategy or vision, is it possible to achieve? If not, then what to do for that? Okay, if it is possible to do it, then what, which kind of outcomes you get after implementing or after mentioning this type of particular vision. The next one is competitive environment. Okay. A competitive environment is the dynamic external system in which a business competes and functions. The more seller of a similar product or services, the more competitive the environment in which you compete. Look at a fast food restaurant. There are so many to choose from, the competition is high. However, if you look at the airline servicing Hawaii, very few actually fly to the Iceland. The next one is your the direct competitors. Are the business that are selling the same type of product or services as you? For example, a McDonald's is a direct competitor with Burger King. Indirect competitors are business that still compete even through they sell a different services or product. The product or services offered by the indirect competitors tends to be those that can be institutional for one another. Again, considering travel, you have the options to travel by plane, train, or car. See, there is an indirect and the direct competitors. Direct competitors are means, see, the Tata Motors is a direct competitor of your the Mahindra, VW, the Mercedes, okay, Force Motors, like that. And indirect competitors means, see, the Tata Motors manufacturing the particular part, but the car includes, there is a lot of thousands of the parts, okay, and these parts are Tata Motors are buy from their supplier, okay. That means the supplier producing a particular window, a particular you are the bonnet, the particular seats, okay. That means this is indirectly competitors of, okay, by taking the for example of a Mahindra and Tata. The Tata having the number of suppliers to make the particular part, and the Mahindra and Mahindra having their suppliers to making the particular parts for their own car. Okay. That means suppliers of their OEMs. That means the suppliers of Tata Motors and suppliers of Mahindra and Mahindra, they are the indirect competitors of their business, because they are not directly selling the bonnet of the car, they are not directly selling the particular seat of the car. Okay, you know the Yamaha. Okay, Yamaha are not directly, see, you can buy the particular Yamaha tire, okay, from directly from their supplier also, okay, or directly from their the Yamaha company, okay. But what we are going to discuss that, okay, if you are going to purchase a particular car from a Tata Motors and particular car from your the Mahindra and Mahindra company, that means the Yamaha, there is a Yamaha tires also, the CA tires also, okay, TVS tires also, okay. That means they are the indirect suppliers of their competitors, because they are not directly selling the particular tire to their customer. Okay, see, you can get the particular tire, okay, after the reimbursement also, or after any defaults of your the tire also, or the life of the tire, if the life of the tire will be over, okay, then you can also buy it from the that MRM company, Seat company and TVS company. But here, to make sure that there are the lot of suppliers, they are the indirect competitors, because they are not directly selling the company. See, airbag, okay, a particular airbag is installed in a Tata Motors car and Mahindra car. Okay, the airbag, you can't buy a particular airbag from the direct company. Okay, which see, retail automotive India Private Limited in Hinjau. Okay, they are manufacturing a airbag. Okay, but they are not directly selling to you. It is why, because it is not possible to directly install. Okay, there is a lot of functions are there, lot of installation procedure are there. Okay, that means, see, if anybody, any organizations, if installing a particular airbag in the Tata Motors car, and any organizations if installing a airbag in Mahindra and Mahindra car, they are the indirect competitors of their business. Okay, because they are not directly selling to you. Okay, just a minute. Okay, is it clear? The next one is types of competitive environment. Okay, the next one is, okay, which one is the first one is your the perfect competition, and the next one is monopolistic competition. See, in case of a perfect competition, okay, it describes a market structure where the competition is at its greatest possible level. To make it more clear, a market which exhibits the sum of the characteristics in this structure is said to show a perfect competition, a large number of a buyer and seller. And the second one is your the monopolistic competition. It means in monopolistic competition, the characterizes an industry in which many firms offer product or services that are similar but not perfect substitutes. Barriers to entry and exist in a monopolistic competition industry are low, and the decision of any one firm do not directly affect those of the competitors. Okay, see, monopolistic, in case of your the monopolistic competition, there are a limited number of competitors are there. Okay, or you can say you are only the manufacturer of your particular product. Okay, no one competitor is available to compete your product. Okay, because your product, okay, is your own product, and no one are going to be compete your product, because no competitors are available. That means, see, if you are going to sell your product, okay, right now you are selling your product as a 10 rupees, okay, but today you are decided to sell your product as a 15 rupees, okay, 15 rupees, okay, then it is also okay, because the buyer or the customer are always ready to buy your the product, okay, they are also satisfied at 10 rupees also and 15 rupees also, because there is no competitors available, okay, no same product is available in the market, okay, that's why the will customer will buy your product as a 15 rupees price also, because the no competitors are available, okay, the customer has a no choice. If there is a no choice, that means your organization sell your product at any price, okay, and if you are going to buy, you are going to sell the particular product of your organization, okay, if there is no competitor available to compete your product, that means there is no any affection, or there is no affect your the selling price also, or there is no affection of your the म्हणजे आपण म्हणू शकतो ना की मार्केटमध्ये जर समजा तुमची जर प्रोडक्ट जर तुम्ही सेल करताय, तर तिथे तुम्हाला ते कस्टमरला घ्यावंच लागणार, कारण कस्टमर हॅज अ नो चॉईस, बिकॉज नो कॉम्पिटिटर्स प्रोडक्ट, और the customer has no choice because there is no product, no same product will available in market. Last 10 minutes are remaining, okay, we will continue. The next one is oligopoly. Okay, what is a oligopoly? It means few sellers in a oligopolistic market. Each seller supplies a large portion of all the products sold in the marketplace. In addition, because the cost of the starting a business in the oligopolistic industry is usually high, the number of firms entering it is very low. See, in case of a airline industry, there are limited number of companies are there, okay, because airline industry require a huge amount of investment, okay, but to buy a aeroplane, okay, there are only a limited number of the customers are available, okay, this is your the oligopoly, okay. In case of see, in case of marine, okay, in case of if you can say the organizations which are making the fighter aircraft, okay, there are only the limited organizations will be there, because if you are going to manufacture the fighter aircraft, that means it requires a huge amount of investment, okay, and after you are investing a huge amount of investment, there are only a limited number of the customers are available to buy a fighter aircraft. That's why this is your the oligopoly, okay. The next one is monopoly, okay. See, in terms of the number of sellers and the degree of competition, monopolies lie at the opposite end of the spectrum from the perfect competition. See, in perfect competition, there are many small companies, none of which can control prices. They simply accept the market price determined by supply and demand. Okay. See, in case of a monopoly means what? Okay. There are the lot of number of the customers are available. Okay, and also the lot of number of the competitors are also available. Okay, if any customer, okay, asks you to give me the particular product at this price, that means your organization has no choice, because the lot of number of customers are competitors are available. Okay, but the customer has a choice. Okay, if you are not giving your the product at that price, okay, at which price the customer you are asking, okay, that means the customer has a choice, okay, because the same product with the same quality, same features will be available in the market. Okay, at that time, in case of a monopoly situation or monopoly market, okay, the customer has a choice, but your organizations have no any choice. Okay, if the customer are asking to give me the product at that price, that means your organizations has a duty or your organizations have no choice and you have to sold that particular product at that price at which the customer wants. Okay, this is the types of the competitive environment. Okay, what we discussed, the first one is you are the direct competitors. Direct competitors means Tata Motors, Mahindra, VW are the direct competitors. Indirect competitors means, okay, if your organizations are buying the particular product from the supplier, okay, then the supplier of your organizations and the supplier of your the competitors organizations are the indirect competitors. Then the perfect competition. It describes market structure where the competition is the greatest possible level. Then monopolistic competition. Monopolistic competition means what? Your organization are only the one organizations which are making the particular product. Okay, that means your organizations has a choice, but the customer have no choice. If you are going to sell your particular product at a particular price, or your organization decided to increase the price of your product, okay, that means it will be easily sellable because the customer has no choice, because there is no competitors available to compete with the product. Okay, the next one is the oligopoly. In an oligopoly market, each seller supplies a large portion of all products sold in the marketplace. See, in oligopoly, it means this is the in case of your airline industry, okay, in case of your the fighter aircraft manufacturing industry, there is a lot of investment will be required. Okay, this is your the oligopoly because the customers are also limited and the competitors are also limited because it requires a huge amount of investment for manufacturing a particular product. Okay, this is your the oligopoly of your the environment. The next one is a monopoly. Monopoly means lot of number of competitors are available to make a particular product. This is your the monopoly. See, you see before the 2010, okay, there is only limited number of the car manufacturing industry. The Tata Motors, Mahindra, okay, the Force Motor. But right now there are huge amount of the car manufacturing organizations are there. Okay, the Kia Motors are also going on. Okay, the Mercedes are there, the Tata Motors, VW, General Motors, Force Motor. Okay, Volvo. There are a lot of number of the car manufacturing industries are there. That's why the customer has a choice. Okay. Because customer has a if because of the customer has a choice. Okay, if the customer asking, you give me the particular car at that much price, okay, there are limitations are also okay to bargain the price of the car. Okay, except that the customer has a choice, but the organizations have doesn't any choice. Okay, I rest this lecture. Okay, anybody having any questions, you can frequently ask me, and make sure that okay the directors will be joined. Okay, the lecture he will be joined. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Kirti, Rahul, Abhishek, you have any question? Unmute your mic
No,
and ask.
thank you.
Okay, you can regularly joining from Monday to Thursday. Okay, at 6:30 o'clock. If you are specialized
But ma'am's
operation,
lecture starts at 6
hey, it is
HR
only for
Institute.
the okay. Your minor specialization is HR.
Yes,
Uh,
we need to leave the
30.
meeting because of this lecture again.
Then tell me which time is suitable for you. except 4 o'clock to 6:30 o'clock.
7 is okay.
7 o'clock is
Because
okay.
almost 6:40, 6:40 till 6 to 6:40 till HRM lecture will be there.
Okay. Then
Hello.
drop me a mail. Okay, reply to a mail. That means it will be informed to
Sir, if
everyone.
it's okay, sir, if the lecture is in the mornings.
No, please.
But see, there is a other lecture also are there, na?
From 11.
Because it is also
No.
you have see it is not possible to you to continue to attend the lecture from 3 hours to 4 hours. That's why we
Yes, sir.
divided
But
the
in the
lecture.
evening, HRM lecture is also there, no, sir? In the
Huh?
evening, HRM lecture is also there.
See, this is your the common subject.
Yeah.
Okay. The lectures are see whatever the lectures conducting at a morning session, this is your the common subject. Okay, and evening
Okay.
session, this is your the specialization subject, which is your the minor and which
Okay.
is your the special major specialization. Kirti, give me
Okay.
reply on mail.
Yes.
That means it will be informed to everyone. Okay, not an issue.
Sure.
Okay, I will stop the meeting. Okay, you will rejoin tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.